Hello Flosstube, this is AM Dreaming Stitcher, and I thought I would try filming another segment today in my long parade of all the kits and charts and things that I've collected in my years of stitching. I've been having some technical issues with my camera cutting off, and at one point it was focusing in and out non-stop, so I don't know if I'll get through this, but if you're watching it, it means I had some good luck and managed to get it done. Today's segment is kits, and they're from a box that starts out with my Christmas things, but it's not entirely Christmas, and it's not nearly as full as the other boxes that I have filmed so far. So I have hopes that I can get through most of it in my half hour. The first kit up for you to see is from Designs for the Needle. That seems to be an imprint of the Janlin company. They called this one Nativity Figures, and they do provide you not only with the pattern and floss, of course, but some backing fabric. It's a 14 count Aida that it's stitched on, and it comes with beads and blending filament and metallic thread to kind of give them a little glimmer and bling. I know some folks like to see what they look like in the package, so there you go. If I had a better camera setup, you might be able to see the pretty metallics and things that are in there. The next kit is also a nativity kit. It's kind of a different style, even though it is from Janlin. It was designed by Nancy Rossi from the Cooler Design Studio. It has a copyright of 2007 on the packaging. It's just called Nativity. But these are a little, I don't know, cuter, a little more cartoony than the other ones. I thought the animals' faces were very sweet. That's why I picked this one up. It's on a 14 count Aida with felt for the backing. It's really pretty thick, bulky felt. I think that's why the package is so large compared to what one normally sees. But the fact that it's from Cooler Design Studio is good news, because it means it is pretty readily available as a chart. I know I've seen it before as a chart. So you don't have to look just for this big old kit if you're interested in making these particular nativity figures. And there's the packing job in the back. Next up is the first of what's going to be quite a number of stockings. I really don't have people to make stockings for, but I like the idea of having them, and I've picked out quite a few that I like, so maybe you'll find these interesting too. I've seen this one lots of times on Flosstube. It's from Dimensions. It's called Checking His List Stocking. It was designed by Donna Race. It has a wool yarn to help you do the tassel at the top there. It has, of course, the regular thread and fabric, but it has some felt that you could finish it up with at the back if you wanted to. A lot of people I see seem to like finishing their stockings with something more durable, but to be honest, my childhood stocking was done with felt, and it's still around even though I'm not using it anymore. This is copyright 2000, and here's what it looks like at the back. Nothing as fancy or elaborate as those ornament sets were. Next stocking for you to see is Winter Friends stocking. I kind of like snowmen. Not every snowman out there, but some of them tickle my fancy, and this is one that I liked. I like the little animals. They're very sweet. It is from Dimensions. It is on a 14 count Aida, and it's a copyright 2017, and the designer is the same lady that did the last stocking I showed you, Donna Race. And here's what it looks like on the inside. Next up is an older Dimensions kit that I've had for quite a while. It is called Santa's Finest Stocking. It was designed by Judith Ann Griffith. It is done on a 14 count navy Aida and has the felt for the backing, but it also has sequins to give it a little bit of shimmer and shine. And copyright was 1997. It was new in the stores when I got it. I think I got it in 98. And there you have a look at the packaging. Next up is a stocking by one of my favorite designers. She's no longer with us, but it was designed by Donna Vermillion Giampa. This is from Janlin. They call it Christmas Cats Stocking. I hope that there's enough information for you to look it up for yourself if you want to, because I know that my camera is not doing justice at all to how nice this is. It's done on a 14 count Aida and has a copyright of 1998. Again, I got it when it was new in the stores. Now, if you are going to do a cat stocking, why stop at one? Here's another stocking with cats on it. This is from an imprint called Holiday Time. I seem to remember them being available in places like Walmart back in the day. That may be where I got this, I'm not sure. They were always very affordably priced compared to the big box stores, but they don't carry that kind of stuff anymore, sad to say. These cats on staircase I have seen in a collection. I'm sorry I don't know the name of it, but a book of stockings. Might have been from someone like Cooler Design Studio, I'm not sure, but they did one with dogs also, and I think that and several other stockings are all available in that book if you can't find this kit and you're interested in it. That's what it looks like on the back of the package there. And why stop at 2 cat stockings if you can have 3? This is another older Dimensions kit that I got when it was new in the store. It's called Santa Claus Stocking. Note that the claus is spelled like cat claus, not Santa Claus. And it was designed by Bill Bell. It's on a 14 count white Aida. It has the felt backing that of course you can swap out for a different material if you prefer. And it says look for the matching Santa Claus ornaments, but I never have seen those. I'm sure they were out there once upon a time, but I never encountered them. And there's the back of that package. The next one up is an older gold collection from Dimensions. It's one of the kind that they used to put out in the bags back in the day. This is Village Scene Stocking, designed by Linda Nelson Stocks. It is done on 18 count Aida, and I'm just noticing it says it has Persian wool yarn. I think that must have something to do with the finishing, because the stitching itself is cotton embroidery thread like normal, and it has a felt backing included if you're interested. And these bags, there's nothing to show on the back. One can pull out the contents, but I don't usually do that. It takes kind of too much time to mess around with. But hope you saw enough of that one. This is a kit from Bucilla. I had some idea back in the day that I was first starting to stitch that maybe I could make little ornaments like this and sell them at a craft fair or something. That was way back when I was just starting and not aware of how long it takes to stitch things and the effort that would go into it in comparison to the very little that you could expect to sell any such thing for. So that never happened. This is a set of 26 ornaments. I have seen Flosstubers working on these. It's done on 14 count Aida. It's copyright 1998. And there's your packaging. You can see they give you the felt and such that you could have to finish them up with. And why stop with just one set of stockings? Here's another Bucilla counted cross-stitch kit called Tiny Stockings Ornaments, set of 30. Also on 14 count Aida with felt backing. This one is copyright 2000. So it's the set of designs they came up with a couple of years after the other one. So that's Tiny Stockings Ornaments, and the other one was just, they didn't even give it a name, just said set of 26 ornaments. Speaking of ornaments, I've seen lots of stitchers doing these beautiful gold collection ornaments from Dimensions called Christmas Village Ornaments. They are on an 18 count Aida, an ivory Aida, and there are 6 of them, and I wish I had the talent to finish them as beautifully as they deserve. It also gives you tells you that you need some batting and such to make them up. I honestly cannot finish things the way that so many other Flosstubers do. Maybe if I had someone in person to show me, I could do a better job of it, but I just haven't got a tutor and don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that. So if I get these made, getting them finished is going to be the big challenge. Okay, next. You probably won't be able to see this one very well because it's kind of tiny on the camera, but I got this back when so-and-so was still around out of the UK. I loved to order from them. It's a Vervico or Vervaco kit. In most of these videos, I remember to mention that I cannot do the pronunciations of everything we see, so please be forgiving if I butcher the sounds for your ears. I don't know if it had a name. It has a number, 0157258, but it has a little Santa Claus driving this double-decker bus and a tree, Christmas tree coming out the back, and a reindeer poking his head out. And it's just really a cute Christmas scene with a double-decker bus. And looks like a chart at the back, so we'll skip that. Okay, this one looks like more ornaments. I keep it with my cross-stitch things, both of these, but truth be told, they're embroidery, so I don't suppose they actually belong in this parade, but they're in the box. So for folks that might have any embroidery skill, these are white on white ornaments. Both are from Dimensions. There's 6 in each kit. One of them had a matching stocking available, but I don't think I've seen that. The one is Pure Elegance Ornaments, done in crewel, and the other is Snowflake Dreams Ornaments, designed by Martha Freeman Glass. And I need to get, they're both copyright 1990, no, one's 1998. That's this one, and one's 1995 from Dimensions. So if only I had a little more embroidery skill. I need to get my skill level up, and then I can make those. Obviously, I liked them, and I got them, but they haven't been made. Okay, this one is from Designs for the Needle. It is Christmas, it is Ornaments Bell Pull. Christmas Traditions is kind of the line, the series of what it is. And I think the colors are getting a little dated because of the colors are always so trendy in design. It's a deliberate design obsolescence thing that they do so that you'll keep buying the newest, latest stuff. But one, I suppose, could substitute out other colors for the ornaments if you didn't like the fact that they have that kind of dated look to them. The red and the green, of course, are just basic Christmas, and that doesn't change. And that's what it looks like all packed up. Speaking of ornaments, I used the chart from this and converted it to different colors to make not an ornament, but a framed Santa for a friend many years ago. These are the Windswept Santa ornaments. It's a series of 6. And the reason I converted it was because she liked collecting blue Santa Clauses, and I wasn't too crazy about their 2 blue ones. I think the one I made her was this one. This fellow right there, only I changed his reds to blues instead, and not even necessarily blues like as dark as theirs. But anyway, this is designed by Peggy Abrams. It's on an 18-count white Aida, and they do give you felt so that you could finish them up with backings and things if you want. And there is a note that there was a matching tree skirt that was made for it, but I don't have that tree skirt. And there's the way it is packaged up. I have had the pattern out and worked from it before, but it's back in the kit where it belongs. Now here's one from Busilla that speaks to my love of musical things. It is The Sounds of Christmas, a set of 6 counted cross-stitch ornaments. It is done on a 14-count white Aida. The copyright is 1991. I think I got this on the second-hand market because I had seen the pattern or something somewhere. I could be misremembering, but I think that's very possible. I was certainly not stitching in 1991, and I don't think this was available in the stores when I did start stitching, but I like them. And here's what it looks like in its packaging. I think I checked when it arrived and everything is there. This is one that reminds me of a number of other designs that seem to have kind of winter nights with forest animals. Some of the others often have a Christmas tree in the woods that somehow has mysteriously been decorated and the animals are standing around it. But in this one, they seem to just be looking at the Christmas star. It is from Designs for the Needle. It's from a series called Christmas Traditions. I don't know if they give this actual picture its own name, so I'm not sure how you would search for it. But it's on a 14 count black Aida. And there's what it looks like in the packaging. It looks like here they're calling it Silent Night. So maybe you could search it as Christmas Traditions or Design for the Needle Silent Night. That might get you to it. Here's one I've seen being stitched up, and I have mentioned my weird bias about angels that are more masculine than feminine. This one's sort of in between. I certainly can't say that it's a guy, but it's not too girly either. It is called Peace Angel. It is from Designworks. The copyright says Peter Church, licensed by Creative Connection Incorporated, so I assume that has something to do with who designed it. It's on a 14 count Aida. It does include beads along with the floss, and I like the way it has little inset scenes on the gown, the robe, the whatever that this angel has. There you go, there's the packaging. Here's one that I've had open and thought about stitching so many times. The thing that causes me to hesitate is that it's a printed design. I don't like stitching printed ones, but I have several that I just loved well enough to go ahead and get them. But it's not my favorite thing to do. It is called Merry Christmas. It's from a company called Country Stitching. It's printed on linen, and since it's printed, it's not like showing you a chart or something. That's what the printing looks like. And you have these little X's and you stitch over them. But most of the ones I've done before were on cotton fabric, solid, not even an even weave. So this should be interesting to do because it is actually a linen. I don't know if that the X's are lined up the way one would like them to be stitching on the linen, but it'll look very nice when it's finished because of the fabric. This is one of a couple of tree skirts I have. No, I don't know why I would need more than one tree skirt. I think I just liked both of them so well that I couldn't resist getting them. This is from Dimensions. It's the Sleigh Ride Tree Skirt, designed by Nikki Bowen, and copyright 2009. It makes me think of the Village Scene stocking that I showed you earlier. I don't know if it's a deliberate match, but they certainly could go well together. They complement each other. And because it's a tree skirt, it's a huge piece of fabric that we're dealing with there. This one I've had open. I evidently was really thinking about starting on it. Let me shift it a little bit so you can see the actual tree skirt. It is called Holiday Harmony Tree Skirt, and you can see it has a horn and poinsettia flowers. And again, my musical inclination is what drew me to this one. It is copyright 2015. I believe it's still available out there. The design is by Karen Avery. And here's what it looks like on the inside. That doesn't look like nearly enough floss, but the good news is I can tell there's a lot more floss packaged in there. Then we have more animals in the woods at night looking at a Christmas star. I don't know what the name of this one is. It is from Riolis. It's their number 793. Usually that's a way to search for Riolis kits if you don't have an English name for them. It's copyright 2005. Sometimes I can get a designer name or something off the front, but everything here seems to be in Cyrillic, so I don't think I'm going to have any luck with that. And I don't remember having it open, but it's not really showing me what's on the inside. Just a couple more Christmas ones, I think, and then the rest of the box will be non-holiday stuff. This one is from RTO. They call it Nipper. I guess that's the name of the kitty. And he looks almost exactly like a kitty that we used to have that we adored. We called him the Incredible Boneless Cat. This is RTO article M614, and I saw it frequently in one of the catalogs, Stitchery or Hirschner's, but I think I ended up ordering it elsewhere. I don't know if I actually got it from the catalog when I finally succumbed and purchased it. And here is one more set of ornaments that I think I must have gotten somehow on the secondhand market because I don't remember purchasing this in a store. It's from Janlin Corporation. It's on a 14 count cotton Aida. It's called Christmas Cats Ornaments. I have some other Christmas things, but they would be in my miscellaneous boxes. They didn't make it into this tub with all the others. So you may see other holiday things from me in a later video. But the rest of this box is non-holiday, I believe. Wait a minute, here's a couple on their sides that might be Christmassy. I fibbed. There were a couple turned sideways that are Christmas ones. So here's another gold collection. This one I've seen others stitching. They call it Enchanted Ornaments Stocking. It's a design by Punch Studio. I'm not seeing the fabric count on the front, so it must be on the back. It's 16 count blue Aida. And I have seen Flosstubers working on it, and it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yes. Lots of people have done this one. It is the Holiday Village from Dimensions and Dimensions Gold Collection. The design is by Nikki Boehm. We saw that name on one of my earlier things. And it has some sequins and such to kind of add some shimmer and shine to it. And there it is in the packaging. It's on a 16 count Dove Gray Aida. And it's quite an undertaking to judge from what I've seen folks doing who are working on it. It's a really beautiful piece. And yes, I was definitely premature saying that I was done with the Christmas one. Here's another called Santa's Midnight Ride. It's a Dimensions Gold collection designed by Donna Race. I've seen lots of people working on this one. It's wonderful looking when it's stitched up, and it is done on an 18 count navy Aida. This one is from Taya Gunor. It ticks all the right boxes for me with the holly and the little bird. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it on one of those earlier stockings. I like things that make me think of the old pagan roots of some of our Christmas traditions. And holly was definitely something a bit more druidic than Christmas started out with. So I love to see these botanicals mixed with the little bird and their Christmas botanicals. And there we go. I don't know if it had any kind of a name. The Dutch name is Roodborst. I think that might mean red bird or something. Roodborst. And I have a different holiday. This is my one and only Halloween kit. It's called Halloween Kitty. It is from Jeanette Cruz Designs, designed by Thomas Wood. I've seen the original poster art that it's designed from, and that's much nicer than any stitched version of it, but I still like this stitched one with the kitty. I would like to figure out how to do it without the words, because I don't particularly need it to be saying Happy Halloween, but I would have to figure that out as I was going along, and that's what it looks like in the packaging. This one, I should maybe be saving for my parade of charts that I have kitted up, but it's in the box and I kind of want to get it out of the way. So this is actually a chart. It did not come with the flosses, I don't think, because they're all bagged up in here. So I got the chart, with or without fabric, I don't know, but I had to purchase the flosses that go with it. It is, as you can see, from a brand called Lindner's, from Dufton, produced by Dufton, and I don't know what they called it, but I'm definitely seeing a fabric. So I think it came with chart and fabric, and then I purchased floss. Here's one of those printed cross-stitch things that I hesitate to get. Can you tell what that one is? I got it from one of the catalogs. There he is. It's a dragon. He's a dresser scarf, I think. They had pillowcases too. Maybe he's the pillowcase. He's the pillowcase pair. And I liked him very, very much. So I got him. Speaking of stamped cross-stitch, I don't think you can see that very well, but it's from Busilla. It's got Donna Dewberry named on it, so she may be the designer or the person responsible for this artwork. It is a stamped design. They have the floss and things in this one, but it has flowers, monthly flowers. It has the names of the months around the edges, and then I don't know if these are flowers that are actually associated with those months or not, but you have 12 different flowering plants to go with your monthly names. There's just a few more left in this box, so I'm going to try to finish it up, even if it makes me run a little bit over my 30 minutes. This is another one that is stamped. I told you I don't like stamped ones, but sometimes they're just so beautiful. Oh, camera. Thank you, camera. I may have to hold this. It is from Vervaco or Vervaco, whatever that is. They call it Cats of All Colors, and it's meant to be a little kind of table cover, and you repeat the cat pattern, I think, on the two sides of it, but they're very cute, sweet kitties, and it was also available with more of a table runner, but I got the cover, not the runner, and that's what it looks like packaged up. All of these are the kind where after you stitch them, you're supposed to wash the fabric, and the X's will wash off. But I was just looking to see if it gave me any idea what size stitches you're making, and it doesn't seem to. It's stamped on there, so they're whatever size they happen to be. This is another Vervaco, whatever it is, kit called Hedgehog and Mushrooms. Again, it's meant to be a table cover. And this time you repeat the design around 4 sides of the table cover. And it has toadstools, one of my favorite visual things. I said in an earlier video I haven't actually met any toadstools in person, but leaves and little animals, and it just ticks all the right boxes for me. And there's the packaging. And these ones from Belgium tend to be on very nice fabrics. It's not like, just for example, the Busilla one that really is just a cotton. That's all it is stamped on, is a cotton, and you would have to finish up all the quilting and everything yourself. These Belgian ones are on very nice fabrics. This is one that I got back when I started stitching, and I've had it open, I think, because I considered making it. It's from Needle Treasures. Let's put that where you can see that, Needle Treasures. It's called Springtime Circle. It is on a 14-count polyester Aida. Almost always these kits will say something about being cotton Aida, but it is made sometimes in other fibers, and this one is polyester, so it has a very soft feel to it. The floss, however, is your standard cotton floss, which you have to sort yourself. And if I haven't missed any, I'll double check to make sure I haven't. There's just one left in this box. So it worked out really well for a 30-minute segment. Here's an idea of what this one looks like when finished. It's another stamped cross-stitch kit. I think I actually picked this one up in Germany. Yes, I did. I went to visit my sister when her husband was stationed there, and she took me to one of the stores in town, and they had interesting old department stores that made me think of stores I used to visit as a child in the States. I don't know if that's because we lived on the East Coast then, but I haven't been in a store like that since childhood, except this one in Germany. And they had a little bit of everything in all their different departments, and they had, yes, in the department store, cross-stitch. I think I got a needlepoint kit too, but I don't have any idea what the name of this would be. But you can see the brand. I suppose you could search for the brand if you wanted to find other things they made. And I think that will be lovely if it's ever stitched. Okay, I believe that I have done it all. I'm going to pause you long enough to check before I wrap up here. And if my camera should knock out on me or something, thank you for watching. But I hope I'll be back to give you a parting word. Found one. I thought I might. That happened to me with one of the earlier boxes I filmed. I sometimes turn things kind of perpendicular to the other projects in the box, and then I miss them when I'm going through. This is a Weekenders kit called Festive Goose. It's designed by Joan Marchi. It is from JCA Incorporated, and these also were new in the store back when I first started stitching. I've seen lots of Weekenders projects available on the secondhand market like eBay. They are certainly not new in the stores anymore. But this one, as I said, was called Festive Goose. It's on 14 count Aida, and it comes with the mat so that after you stitch it up, you can frame it nicely yourself. I have done another one in that series that was little rabbits with a Christmas tree. And I think that's it. I believe I've showed you everything in the box. So thank you very much for stopping by and tuning in to watch my parade. I will continue to film these if I can get my equipment to cooperate and set them all to post. I've been doing them about once a week. At this point, I don't know for sure what order they'll go up in, but I have the first 10 installments already filmed. This would be the 11th one that I have filmed. That's including both kits and charts, and each one's about half an hour, and I'm estimating I might be about halfway through. That tells you how many hours worth of things I have to show. Far too much, more than anyone should have. But if you enjoy seeing these, I hope you've liked my parades and that you will consider watching other installments, and that in the meantime you all have a wonderful time with your own stitching. Thank you so much. Bye.